Hey everybody, welcome back to Upper Taconic Gold Mining. Today we're doing a product review on a vevor Alaskan sawmill. This piece of equipment was purchased and put together by me. I put it together to see how it kind of went together without buying it all assembled. It came in a box with everything apart and you had to put it together. One of the first things we ran into trying to fit this was these bolts right in here. The shoulders were up too high, which meant you could not tighten it down. And you had to grind the shoulders off in order for them to work. I don't know if this was a mouth problem from the machine shop or what. So as we went along, we bought the winch setup. Excuse the cars, but the winch setup itself mounts over here. Now, I'm going to tell everybody that has any type of a back issue or whatever, you need the winch. Because if you try to bend over and push this thing, you are going to hurt your back. The winch is extremely important to have. It's an easy accessory to work with. And there's no way I could run this without it. I will tell you that. So to give it rigidness, it's very good, but we had a problem already right here. These have cracked on both sides. These are your pinch clevies that go against this rail to keep this guy from sliding up and down. That's a major mark off. That's a dangerous thing. I will be getting a hold of the factory and, wondering why. The other thing is, same thing here. Knobs don't fit. Everything's loose. You got to get washers and tighten them up. This winch was supposedly universal. Understand what winch that you're buying because they are not universal. Same thing. I had to put washers underneath here to build this up a little bit. So, being pleased with the system is not very at this point. It does saw the wood very nice. I'm very impressed. A lot of the bolts did loosen up in the beginning. I did retighten them all back down, got it adjusted. The handle's really nice to hold on to, but the winch, the added winch on to this. Now, I'm not sure if vevor offers a winch. If they do, buy it from them so it fits and you don't have to mess around with it. That's a big problem with these. I don't know if it's because of the patents. I have no clue, and I really don't care. But rigidness, it does cut well. I was impressed on how well that everything is nice and straight and flat. The pinch points down here for the saw are right in the center. They're right in the center of the saw right here. Same thing on the other end. And that's how you keep the saw down. I'm not going to talk about the saw today because that has nothing to do with the vevor mill. Now in that kit, we bought the leveling rails as well. One of the problems with this is if you have an 8'6" log, you cannot get the saw onto it without the back being off, which is up or down, which in turns can ruin the 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 lumber because you basically put a bell into it, the bell wood. Any sawyer knows what I'm talking about that's going to play around one of these. You really, really want to do your research on them. This even when I got it, I thought it was kind of chintzy, but believe it or not, it has done pretty good for me. It does have these little screw levelers in the center. These get knocked down into the wood to hold the rail so it doesn't slide back and forth while you're cutting it. So I'm a little concerned about them brackets breaking. I'm giving this a high score. Oh, and one other thing, I want to talk about the winch. There's a lever that mounts right here in the center. I have it. I just didn't want to pull it out. It mounts right in the center. It gets locked in with a carabiner. The twine goes through it and comes back to the Alaskan mill. So when you start cranking, it just uses it like a winch and just pulls it right through the wood nice and easy. Because like I said, guys, if you have a bad back, do not buy this mill because you're just going to be stumped over. Little AT. So I would say I'm going to give the vevor mill, I'm going to give it a B minus. I really wish that they sent one more set of rails with it. So if you did have an 8'6" log, because here's the mark right here where the whole Alaskan mill sets on. So from here down, if you get to the end down here and you don't have the extra out to here, the whole mill tries to drop off the front, and I don't have back strength enough to hold it up unless you're Paul Bunyan. So yeah, like I said, safety concerns right here. That's a safety concern for me. That's why it knocked it way down. If vevor wants to reach out to me and maybe give me one that's more beefier or whatever, well, be at it. But at this point, it's a B minus. Be careful of that. Make sure you're tight. You don't want this thing going up and down on you when you're cutting. So rail system is going to fall right in that category as well. B minus. The other thing is, guys, I wanted to get shorter bolts to put in this because these will stick up too far. Then as you're coming down, boop, you hit it with the rail and you're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And it's just because your rail is hitting that stud. So I tried to get shorter bolts. I have no idea what thread that is, but I tried every bolt in the hardware store and I cannot find the proper pitch, because it would be handy to have smaller bolts to go into here to help level this so they don't stick up and do that. So what happens is you got to pull that bolt out, and all of a sudden this whole rail wants to tip. That's all it wants to do is tip because the bolt's gone. And that's kind of a now vevor makes one that has a flange on it and you shim it. You know, if they want to make it right, they can send one. It doesn't matter. I don't care. But I'm going to have to try to do a different rail system. I have looked at the ones that have this mount on the end. It's a steel plate. I've got them. I don't know if I got the right ones or not. Like I said, I'm new to this. But I am a product review, and when I go over something, I go over it well. Another couple of things. Vibration gets the bolts fall out. These are just wing nuts with no washers. Just, you know, like I said, I bought the middle of the road. I understand it, but that's the review. Thanks, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. Have any questions, comments? Please comment. Thanks.